mindset makes our habits happen. As a man thinks in his heart, so is he. Your thoughts show up in your actions, so look at your actions and decide which ones you want to keep as habits and which ones you want to edit out. It may sound a little too good to be true, but it is true biblically and has even been proven scientifically. Our primal brain is designed by God to keep us safe, to conserve our energy, and to seek pleasure. Anything outside of that, our brain is going to question. It's going to want to stop. When we look at our actions that we want to change, we consider what do we need to tell our brain. How do we need to set our brain up for success? There is a bridge between our thoughts and our actions, and that bridge is our emotions. So when we look at how our thoughts drive our emotions and our emotions fuel our actions and habits, we can see that bridge, and we then know the things that we want to keep. We simply need to look at our thoughts. If we want to create a habit, then we're going to have to create a thought that creates the emotion that creates the habit we want to keep. What thoughts do you need to create that will produce the emotions and then the actions that you really want? Our unprocessed emotions have the opposite effect, and they can keep us stuck without producing the action that we really want. So another pro tip is to look at your emotions and see how they're playing into not reaching the habit or action that you want. When we consider creating new habits, we may even want to look at obstacles that could be in our way. Things such as our thoughts, our self-talk, our unrealistic expectations, maybe how we use comparison against ourselves, or perfectionism, people-pleasing, self-sabotage. Do we just need to simplify or clarify our habit so we actually know the result it would create? If so, we can get our brain trained to move towards that habit and to start looking evidence for that habit. Be very specific about the habit you wish to create. Sometimes a lack of clarity keeps people stuck. If we have fear, shame, or guilt, then those emotions can keep us stuck. Our actions, such as buffering, procrastination, or even time management, can all affect our habits. Some people like to consider habits a rhythm or maybe an anchor for your day. They're not rigid or stifling, but they're more like guidelines, or some people refer to this as block scheduling. You could use anchor points such as before school, after work, before bed, and make a list for each of those categories that you want to accomplish. Those become your habits. The more you practice them, the more you train your brain that those are your habits, and those are the things and the actions that you want to produce. Keep things flowing without mind mess. You can even be flexible within your list of habits you want to create. Be gracious with yourself. If you mess up, give yourself room. Your true self includes nourishing rhythms that serve you, not that you serve. You're not in prison to your rhythms. They're there to help you. Habit stacking, or the compound effect, is another great tool to use with creating habits. For example, when you brush your teeth, you have your supplements sitting right beside that, so you can go ahead and take them and not forget. If you like to do facial yoga, use the stoplight as your reminder that it's time to exercise your face muscles. Since it all starts with our mindset, let's come back to our thoughts. Let's take them captive, examine them. Keep the ones that work towards our habit and cut out the ones that are working against us. Then make a simple list of the habits you want to keep and do the next right thing. Check out the show notes below for how to join my group program as we work on all of this and much more. We'll see you inside the Hope Collective, where you will find weekly coaching, a private podcast, community, and more.